What's good, everybody? Welcome to Bowler's Paradise. My name is Ben. I'm a USBC Silver Certified coach, and today we are taking a look at the all-new One Reverb from Ebonite. Before we fire this one up, though, be sure you subscribe to the channel. It's free, it's easy, and it's the best way to help us bring you the best non-biased and cross-brand reviews in bowling. And while you're down there, why not hit that notification bell too, so you don't miss out on that next review. As one of the most tenured lines of bowling balls, the One series from Ebonite gets another release, the One Reverb. This one brings together the Classic Sentrex core with its insane 027 intermediate diff with the strongest game breaker cover formula to date, the HK22 15.1, which is the 5th generational update of that formula. So knowing that this one was going to be a hook monster, I went with a layout that I put on the One Encore, which I loved. The 5.5 by 4.5 by 3.5 2LS layout cuts a little bit of the hook potential to keep it more forward off the spot, because I know it won't have any trouble hooking, so my hope is to make it an effective shape. And on the lanes, this one from Ebonite is a lot of bowling ball. This out-of-box performance was hard to control, but the good hits were insanely satisfying. This one really wants to drive through the pins, so there's a high risk-reward ratio, but that becomes much lower once I hit it with a 4000 pad later in the video. But my favorite part about throwing the One Reverb is that it does the thing I wanted it to do. The best use case I have for a bowling ball this strong is to be able to play it in the heart of the lane, to be able to get left with it but keep it out of the friction to the right. Playing inside the cliff like that can make carrying all 10 pins quite difficult, but the One Encore has enough power to go through the pins really well from that spot. But on the list of downsides, this is so much ball that it limits its potential use cases. There's a few types of bowlers I think it'll work well with, which I'll get to in a minute, but for me, and I think all rev dominant bowlers, this one is going to be really difficult to use on almost any oil pattern that's less than 42 feet long, as it just doesn't have the control to get to the pocket consistently. But if I were to add this one to my arsenal, I would likely pair it with the Radical Max Bias and the DV8 Troublemaker Pearl. The assumption here is that the strong bowling balls are in play, and I think in that scenario, the Max Bias provides a great complementary shape. Then the Troublemaker Pearl, being a more cover dominant pearl, makes it a perfect step down from the One Reverb. Jumping to our Crossbrand comparisons, I first took a look at the Harsh Reality Pearl, and here I see a shape that is much cleaner through the middle part of the lane, but is also a touch more forward off the spot down lane. This one from 900 uses its asymmetry to limit its capacity to run left and through the face, but will also be less continuous through the pin deck. Then I took a look at the Radical Hitter Pearl to show why similar pieces can be better for very different styles of bowlers. These are both Pearl ASIMs, so they theoretically fill a similar part of an arsenal, but here you can see how the Hitter Pearl clears the mid lane well and is smoother off the spot down lane due to its weaker cover and lower intermediate diff. But with that, here's my recommendations on the types of bowlers that I think would match up well with the One Reverb. The first is low rev bowlers. If you need a ball that's going to hook, the One Reverb will, and then some. Even better, with it being a pearl, the likelihood of the front part of the lane playing tricks on you is lessened tremendously. The second recommendation is for balanced bowlers. Now, while I still think this might be one of the strongest options on the market, balanced bowlers will at least have a chance to see something consistently good out of this one from Ebonite. You'll likely need a heavier or longer oil pattern to see the best results with it, but when it's right, it'll hit pins harder than anyone else in the house. The One Reverb may just be the next generation of proven technologies at Ebonite, but in the right hands could be what you need to strike louder than ever. And you can pick this up today and much more at bowlersparadise.com. Be sure to use the discount code YouTube at checkout for free shipping. Thank you to my friend Ryan Shafransky for the drilling of this piece, and to Dale's Western Lanes for letting us film this video. If you haven't yet, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for more ball and product reviews. But as always, remember you guys, having the right ball in your hands, now that's a bowler's paradise. Peace.